on our backs. So come to your mat and lie down on your back. Okay, make sure your knees are still bent and you lie down so your elbows are on the floor, and you're just bringing your hands on top of your belly. And make sure you're comfortable in your position. Maybe adjust the position of your feet. And once you're happy in your position, you're going to just stay as still as possible, just relaxing to your mat. And start taking a couple of deeper breaths through the nose. Just noticing the parts of the body that in contact with the mat. Allowing your body to relax. And just letting your breath flow. From here, we're going to bring the arms up above the head to stretch. So reach up, bring the arms up. Breathe in. And breathe out, bring the arms down. Bring your knees up and give your knees a hug. So just moving side to side, massaging your back. And just checking in with your back at the end of the day. And how your back's feeling. Now we're bringing the arms up above the head again, letting the knees drop towards the right side. Feel free to adjust the position of your hips, but make sure that both shoulders are touching the floor. So you can relax your shoulders as much as possible and let your back stretch. Coming to a twist. Now we're going to keep the arms in the same position and slowly bring the knees back to the center and let the knees drop towards the other side. Make sure both shoulders are on the floor. And you're coming to a twist. Gently stretching the muscles around your back. And then slowly coming back to the center. Bring your hands up and give your knees a hug again, moving side to side. We're going to breathe in through the nose and exhale through the mouth here. And again, breathe in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Just to allow the body to release a little bit more tension. Then keep hold of your right leg, straighten your left leg. Pull the right knee close towards the right shoulder. Then breathe in. As you breathe out, lift your head and shoulders off the floor. So you're bringing your forehead closer to your knee. Now lift your left leg up as well. Then reach both hands forwards. Pull your belly in. Yes. Keep reaching your hands forward. Lift the legs a little bit higher. Yes. Pull belly in strongly. Just keep bringing your chin towards the chest. So you're looking towards your feet. Inhale. As you exhale, straighten the right leg and pull the left knee in close to you. And come down to the floor with the head and shoulders, relaxing the right leg down. And just gently pulling the left knee in. And inhale, as you exhale, lift the head and shoulders off the floor again. Lift your right leg off the floor. Now reach both hands forwards. Pulling your belly in, keep reaching up. Now bring both knees in, bring your hands into the back of your thighs. Roll forwards and roll back. Roll forwards and roll back. And come all the way to sit up. Beautiful. Roll your shoulders here a few times. And bring your hands into the back of your thighs. Bring your feet a little bit closer. Good to see you, Sarah. Pull your shoulders down. Keep your elbows in. Now pull your belly in here. We're going to come to Navasana or boat pose. So we're lifting the feet up. Try keeping your back as straight as possible. So you're projecting your chest forwards. Then take your hands away from the legs. Reach up here with the arms, with the chest. Pull your belly in. Hold it here. Breathe. We're going to inhale. As we exhale, come down halfway for low boat pose. Really working those core muscles. Lift the legs a little bit higher. And come up again. Hands into the back of the thighs. Cool, good work. Cross your legs. Roll forwards and bring your hands forwards. Let's come into all fours. So we're going to spread the fingers and bring the legs hip width apart. And you're going to shift the weight forwards here and back. Forwards and back. Warming up a little bit through the wrists. And as we practice, I'd like to invite you to keep noticing the sensations that you feel in your body. Like as you're moving back, notice how the sensation comes away from the wrists. And as you move forward, notice that sensation intensifying your wrists. So keep noticing as you move from pose to pose, where the sensation moves and what kind of sensations you feel. Now you're going to stay here in the center. Look forwards, pull the shoulders away from the ears, coming to a cow pose. Then arch your back and coming to your cat pose. One more time, breathing in as you lift your tailbone. And exhale as you arch your back. And coming back to the center, we're tucking the toes and lifting up first downward facing dog. So go for your first downward facing dog. Start bending the knees. Pedaling a little bit. Bend one knee, bend the other knee. Okay, just got a couple of people joining now. So. Okay, stay in your down dog. Keep pedaling a little bit. Then stay still in your down dog and walk your feet as wide as the mat and walk your feet forwards a little bit more. So your feet are flat on the mat. Then bend your knees a little bit. Put the weight on your hands and straighten your arms as much as you can. Breathe in and breathe out. We're going to bring the left hand across and get hold of the right calf. Coming to a gentle twist here. I'm not sure if it's gentle, it's quite intense because we're upside down. There's a gentle movement in the spine to twist. And then slowly come back to the center and go for the other side. So bring the right hand across, getting hold of the left calf and coming to a twist. Then gently bring the hand back to the center. Walk the feet a little bit closer together. Bring your knees down to the floor. Send your hips back and come down into child's pose. Relax your neck completely. Relax your elbows to the floor. And breathe a little bit deeper. And then slowly tucking your chin, we're gonna roll up. Bring your hands behind you. Open your chest, bring your arms behind you. Lift your chest up, breathing in. As you breathe out, gently coming forwards. One more time. Inhale, lift the chest up. As you exhale, slowly come forwards. One more time. Roll up slowly, chin in. Exhale, come forwards. Inhale, come up. And release the hands. Bring your hands on top of your thighs. Kneel upright and just look straight ahead. Gently pulling your belly in. Coming to hero pose. Try softening your shoulders. And gently bringing your hands forwards. Okay, let's come into curl toes and come back into downward facing dog. So this time when you are in downward facing dog, I want you to find a position that feels comfortable for your feet. Maybe a little bit wider, maybe a little bit closer. So play a little bit with the position of your feet and find a comfortable position for your downward facing dog. Then press your hands to the floor, breathing in. As you breathe out, straighten your arms, send your hips up and back, and looking between your knees. Distribute the weight between your hands and your feet. At the same time, imagine that someone is pulling your hips up and back. So you're lengthening your spine. And slowly we're going to walk the feet forwards towards the hands. Bring your feet together. Bend your knees and forward fold. So head down, relaxing the neck completely. And we're bending the knees a lot. Start slowly lifting the chest, lifting the head, then lifting the arms, coming to chair pose. Yes, hold it here, just lift your chest a little bit more. Put the weight back into the heels, so you're sending your hips back, shoulders back, belly in. Squeeze your legs together as much as you can. Then bring the hands one on top of the elbow and the other one under the other elbow, making like a little box. Shift the weight forward and lift your heels off the floor. And if possible, come a little bit deeper into the legs, lifting the chest. Hold it there. Soften your face. Stay strong in the lower body. Let your breath flow. Notice the sensations that you feel in your body. And we're going to keep the heels off the floor. Slowly start pushing into the legs, lifting ourselves up. Open the arms, reach up. Lift the chest a little bit more. Inhale, as you exhale, heels down, arms down by the side of the body. Then bring your hands together in prayer. Gently pressing the palms together and bringing the fingers close to the heart center. Spread your toes. Shift the weight forwards into the toes and back into the heels. Forwards on the toes and back into the heels. And come to stay still in mountain pose. This powerful mudra called Anjali Mudra. Balancing the energy of the right brain and the left brain. The energy of masculine and feminine. The energy of yin and yang that is within all of us. Take a moment there. Just breathe. Okay, from here we're going to flow into two sun salutations. So come with me. We're going to bring the arms up, breathe in. As you exhale, open the arms and fold the body. Head down. Breathe in and bring your hands into the shins. So you're projecting your chest forward, shoulders back, belly in. Keep your back straight. Keep projecting your chest forwards as much as you can. Then forward fold once again. The weight is on the balls of the feet and on the toes as you forward fold. So feel the sensation to the back of the legs. Now bend your knees a lot. Send your right leg back into a lunge. Come high on your fingertips and look forwards. Keep pushing your back heel away from you and let your hips come a little bit deeper. So you feel the sensation of opening and stretching through the hip flexor. Let your back knee touch the floor. Relax your back toes. Bring your arms up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax your shoulders. Pull your belly in. Come into that low lunge. Keep pulling your belly in. Then bring your hands down. Tuck your back toes and let's go for our first plank pose. Okay, stay strong in your legs. Pull your belly in. Push your hands into the floor so you're pushing yourself away from the mat, away from the floor as much as possible. And you look at the top of your mat. Then bring your back knees down to the floor. Relax your toes. And slowly bend your elbows. Keep your elbows as close to the body as possible. As you come down slowly, building that strength in your arms. Go down slowly, slowly, and lie down on your belly. Breathe in, lift your chest. Come into baby cobra. Here, lift your arms up. I'm gonna just roll the elbows. So shoulders up and back, making circles with the arms, with the elbows. Really engaging the back muscles. Awakening and strengthening those back muscles. Feel the energy creating there in your back. And gently bring your hands down. Bring your chin in. Relax. Tuck your back toes. Push your hands into the floor and push yourself up with the strength in your arms. And tuck your toes and go back into downward facing dog. Take a moment in your downward facing dog. Adjust the position of your feet if you like. Now inhale here through the nose and exhale through the mouth. We're gonna bring the right leg up, bend the right knee and open the hip. Coming to three-legged dog. And shift the weight forwards and bring the right foot in between the hands. Take your time, make sure that foot comes all the way forwards. Then you come high on your fingertips and you look forwards, lengthening the body. Now this time you're pressing the back foot away from you as much as possible, stretching the other hip flexor. Let your back knee touch the floor, relax the toes. Bring the arms forwards and up again, relaxing the shoulders by engaging the belly. Now try squeezing your butt in as well, a little bit. Now bring your hands down. Step your feet together at the top of your mat and forward fold. So the weight goes forward into the ball of the feet. Relax the head down, relaxing the neck muscles, holding your body. Then bend your knees a lot. Reach your arms forwards. Come back into that chair pose. Pull belly in. Good. Try bringing your legs close together if you can. Feet closer together. Yes. Now shift the weight forwards. Lift your heels off the floor. Once again, I'm coming up here with the heels lifted. Pushing, pushing to the balls of the feet. Coming up, 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 up. Open the arms. Relax your feet. Heels to the floor. Bring your hands into prayer. Look straight ahead and breathe. Let's go one more time. Inhale, reach up. Extended mountain pose. Look up, that little gap in between your hands. Open the arms and fold. Relax the head, relax the neck, but keep your eyes open as you fold. Hands on the shins. Now you lift, lengthening your spine, lifting halfway up. Keep projecting your chest forwards. If possible, also straightening the legs and engaging the thigh muscles. Fold again, bend your knees now, relax the head. Bend your knees even more and send your left leg back. For your runner's lunge, you look forwards as if you're just about to run. So keep that agility, so you're high on the fingertips, you're gazing forwards and you're straightening your back leg. There's a little bit of a pose that could come. So your back leg is really active. Then relax your back knee to the floor. Relax your toes. Shift, bringing the arms up, inhaling, exhaling to settle into the pose. And you're hugging the belly in, squeezing your butt. So there's strength in your glutes, there's strength and the muscles around your hips. The shoulders are relaxed. And the gaze is slightly upwards. Hands come down again. Back into plank pose. One of my favorites. So plank, the legs are strong, so engage them. The belly's in. Hands are pushing to the floor. You're looking slightly forwards towards the top of your mat. Suspending yourself away from the floor, really strong, engaging a lot of muscles here. Then you bring your knees down, relax the toes, shoulders are coming back, elbows tucking in, and you go down slowly, slowly. Aiming and bring the chest towards the floor before the belly. Aye, aye, aye. Come down and lie down. Release. Breathe in, lift your chest. Bring your hands off the floor. Roll the elbows, lift. Arms up and arms back. Arms and chest up and arms back. Like a little bit of like a swimming motion here. You're strengthening those back muscles. Then bring your hands back to the floor again. Bring your chin in, so come down towards the floor. Inhale. On the exhalation, you push and you lift yourself up. Take your toes and send yourself back. Notice the movement and the sensation shifting. In downward facing dog, we're looking between the knees, taking a moment to adjust the legs, then lifting the left leg up to three-legged dog. Bend the left knee, open the hip. Keep both arms straight, pressing both hands into the floor. Keep lifting the left knee up. And slowly we're shifting the weight forwards. Notice the movement. And you're bringing the left foot in between the hands. It's okay if the foot doesn't land there. You can get hold of the leg and bring it forwards. You're back into your runner's lunge. Coming high on the fingertips. Then let your back knee touch down. Relax the toes. Lift the arms, breathing in. Breathing out, shoulders relax. Belly in, squeeze the glutes. Then the hands are coming down. We're stepping the feet together. Forward folding again, so the head relaxed. The weight is shifting towards the ball of the feet. Then bend your knees a lot. Look forwards. Lift the arms. Reach forwards, back into that chair pose. Lift your heels off the floor. Squeeze, hold it there. Then push. Slowly lifting up, straightening the legs, reaching up. Exhale, heels to the floor, hands down, and then hands back into prayer. Breathe. Good job. We're going to do a little bit of balancing poses here before we go back into the floor. So let's start with tree pose with your right leg. So turn your right knee out to the side. And then bring your hands to the hip. And make sure the hips are still facing forward. So as you open the leg, the hips are not also turning. So try keeping your hips forward. Then it doesn't matter how high your foot goes, the toes can even be on the floor. What matters is we want to zip up here, so engage instead of just tipping the hip, exaggerating, but we want to zip and squeeze into the center, engaging these muscles around the hip. So maybe the foot comes a little bit higher. Maybe the foot comes a lot higher with a helping hand. We can come into the inner thigh. Wherever the foot is, you want to feel the connection of the foot pressing into the leg, into the inner thigh, or maybe into the lower leg, or even on the floor, you want to feel that connection of foot and the other leg. There's a variation as well where the foot comes up in front of the groin. Ooh, as you can tell, it's a little bit harder to balance. But the foot comes here, and you want to feel that connection of the foot pressing to the other leg. Whatever variation you are, you're bringing the hands into prayer. Balance. And from here, we're bringing the hands to hover just above the head, keeping the palms together. So you're just opening the elbows out. Just spreading your fingers, pull your belly in, balance. Then bring the hands back into heart center. And hands back to the hip. Then you're going to bring that right foot just in front of or above the left knee, making a figure of 4. You can touch down the floor anytime you like. We're going to breathe in. As we breathe out, we're taking a little seat here. So just bend the left knee and send your hips back. Yes. Stay strong, and then bringing the hands back into the heart center. Balance. And then you hold, or if there's room for more, let your body tell you. Then you go deeper. That means sending the hips back a little bit more and coming a little bit deeper. It's challenging because you got a balance and you're also adding flexibility and strength. So it's very complex. And we're coming up again, bringing the hands back to the hip and releasing. So we come out of the pose as smoothly as we go into the pose. And then hands back to prayer. Okay, let's try this on the other side. So just take a breath here, cleansing breath. Out through the mouth. So reset and go for the other side. So left leg out. Hands to the hip. Check where the foot's gonna go. Maybe stay low, maybe a little bit higher. Maybe like a fancy one, doesn't matter. Just find the option that suits your practice today. And then we're bringing the hands to prayer. Keep your hands in prayer. Just spread your fingers a little bit and bring the hands above the head. Balance. Bringing the hands down. Hands to the hip. And you can touch down if you like, but just bring that foot in front of the other leg. Take a moment here, making that figure of 4. Bend your right knee. And bring the hands into prayer again. You can stay here in balance. You can come out of the pose. You can go deeper. Check in with yourself. And the continuation is to bring the elbows down. So one elbow meets the ankle and the other elbow meets the knee. Pull it down around in the back. So the back got to remain straight as we come down. So it requires a little bit of flexibility to the glute muscles and strength and focus. And then eventually when it comes down to meet, then there's continuation from here. The hands come down to the floor and then you lift up into flying pigeon, which I'm not going to do today, but just so you know, there's continuation, there's always continuation. Then we come up, hands to the hip, and release. Stay still, arms by your side. Breathe. So we let the breath reset and soothe us. Now we open the arms, inhale, lift up. Extended mountain pose. As you exhale, we forward folding. Relax the head down, bend your knees, so fingertips are coming to the floor. You're releasing the lower back. Then bend your knees a lot more. Tuck your right foot back and come down to seated position. Yes, I'll show you the transition again. So from forward fold, you tuck your right foot back and slowly come down. Okay, then we're gonna tuck the right knee in as much as possible. Lift the left leg and bring the left knee over. So maybe the left knee is gonna be a little bit higher up, or maybe you come in on top of one another. So check the position there. We wanna adjust a little bit so both sit bones are on the floor. And you squeeze in your legs together. You can even use your hands to press your legs one towards one another here. So eventually the knees are stacking in line here. Then sit tall. Take a moment, let the sit bones come to the floor. So both cheeks are there touching the mat. And we inhale, bring the arms up. As you exhale, keep your left arm up and just pull here, just stretch a little bit. So you have the same leg that's on top and the same arm. Give yourself a little pat on the back. We're doing great. Now straighten your back as much as possible. So chin is parallel to the floor. And then slowly bring the right arm back and reach back. Maybe the fingers touch behind, maybe not, doesn't matter. What I would like you to do is to sit as tall as possible and bring your chin away from the chest, so you're looking ahead. Yes, stay here. Breathe in and out. If you like to try a little bit more, maybe start reaching the hand one towards one another. Just turn around so you can see. So maybe there's a gap, and that's fine. Eventually, you might have the fingertips touching, and eventually you might get the fingers to hook. And you're still maintaining that back nice and straight, nice and long. Okay, we're gonna release the arms and make some waves here with the shoulders to release any tension on the shoulders. Then bring your hands behind you, open the legs wide, and let the legs land. Bring your hands close to your butt, lift your hips a little bit forwards and down. Now flex your feet, bring your hands behind you. Try lifting your chest as much as possible, so keeping your back straight as possible. And just here so I can see Ola. Okay. Yes, so try to sit as tall as possible. Keep your fingertips behind you. Yes. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, you're gonna just tip forwards. Chest forwards. Yes. If this is a little bit intense on your legs, try to keep your back nice and straight, Sarah. So if this is a little bit intense, you can just sit with the hands a little bit further back and try to straighten your back. Yes. Then eventually coming forwards and forwards and forwards. And the movement comes from the hip. So the back is too straight. There's no movement on the spine. Bring your chin in a little bit. If this feels a little bit easy, you can try with the hands forwards, but maintaining that back nice and long. And eventually bringing the hands forward. When you start rolling, rounding, you're going too far, so you're going to keep the back nice and long. And flex your feet a little bit more. You just come to face you, guys. You're going to bring the right arm up, breathe in. And as you breathe out, stretch towards the side. Keep bringing the arm up and over, eventually getting hold of the opposite foot. Come back to the center. Bring the other right arm up, and then come out to the side. Open your chest a little bit, look towards your foot, And eventually bringing the hand all the way to touch the foot. Doesn't touch, it's okay. Just notice where the stretch is for you. Like I'm getting a great stretch here on the side of my body. Try keeping your back straight, feeling a little bit still on the inner thighs. And then slowly coming back to the center. Bring your hands behind you. Lean back. And we're going to do the opposite side of the cow face pose. So your right leg is going to come in. And this time the left knee is going to come on top. So take a moment there, lean forwards, get hold of the legs, and adjust, bringing the knees closer together, both seat bones on the floor. So your feet is out to the side, and you can feel both cheeks on the floor. So this is cow face pose. If the legs is a little bit high up, but it's okay. It's just eventually the body's gonna start melting and getting into this pose. It takes a little bit of practice, a little bit of flexibility. And we don't often do this one actually when I teach, so keep the time getting there. We sit tall, then the same arm as the leg comes up and then back. And stretch here, so pull a little bit closer to you. Keep sitting tall, chin away from the chest. Then bring the other arm behind you. So it's the external rotation of the shoulder. We're bringing the hands back. Maybe the fingers touching, maybe not, it's okay. If the fingers are touching, you pull the fingers together. So keep your back as straight as possible. Chin away from the chest. And if the fingers are not touching, it's okay. Just keep squeezing the hands towards your back. Eventually, when the fingers are touching, you're going to pull. And the continuation is to tip forwards with the back straight. And release the arms here and make a little wave to release the shoulders. Bring your hands behind you, unhook the legs. Bring the soles of the feet together. Bring your hips closer to the heels. We're coming to Barakadasana, butterfly pose. Hands come to cup the feet. So interlace your fingers and cup your feet. And sit tall, pulling the feet towards your groin. Breathe in, lift your chest a little bit higher. As you breathe out, tip forwards, bringing the chin in. And then slowly roll back. Release the hands. Hands come behind you and bring your feet in front of you. Separate your hands a little bit wider than your hips, so they're kind of shoulder width. Separate your legs hip width apart and lift. Lift your hips up. Lift yourself up into a tabletop. Press your feet into the floor. Squeeze your legs. Squeeze your butt. Look up towards the ceiling. And slowly come down. Bring your legs together. Bring your arms up, breathe in. Flex your feet. And as you exhale, reach forward. Maybe getting hold of the shins or maybe getting hold of the feet. Wherever you are, if you're rounding too much on the back, you've gone too far. So you gotta come up a little bit more and keep your back straight. So maybe we're getting hold of the shins. Or maybe we're getting hold of the feet. Or maybe we're even using a strap. So you can use something if you have it. If not, we're holding here. Try aiming at projecting your chest forwards as much as possible, lifting your back. So we're trying to create flexibility into the upper back and the thoracic spine, which is the less mobile part of our spine. Very gentle movement. Eventually the legs will be straight and the back is also straight. And release. Straighten the legs now, hands behind. Point your toes forwards. Pull your belly in. Gather momentum, so we breathe in. As you breathe out, you lift. Legs straight, look slightly upwards. And come down. Bend your knees. Hands into the back of your thighs. We're rolling down to the floor. Lie down and give your knees a hug, moving side to side. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. We're coming to happy baby pose, so lift the legs up and separate your feet. We're reaching up to get hold of the shins, or maybe get hold of the feet. And press your back into the floor, especially your lower back. Keep pressing your lower back down into the floor. See if you can separate your legs a little bit wider as you press your lower back down. Now move side to side. And slowly release, bringing the legs together, bringing the feet down to the floor. Send your feet a little bit away from your butt and arms down by the side of the body. We're gonna go into bridge pose. So press your feet into the floor, squeeze your bum and lift your hips up. Come into bridge pose. Interlace your fingers underneath your back and walk your arms under your back as much as possible. So you're lifting your bridge a little bit higher, lifting your back up as well. When you just squeeze your butt as much as you can, lifting your hips, feeling the opening in the front of the hip and the engagement into the back of the hip. Release your hands, keep your hips up and lift your hips a little bit higher. You're gonna bring your hands to your hips as if you're lifting your hips up. Keep squeezing, keep lifting your hips as much as you can. Keep looking up towards the ceiling, let your breath flow. Slowly release your hands down. We're gonna bring the back to the floor. So slowly roll your back down and bring your hips down. Give your knees a hug and move side to side. Okay, we're gonna bring the right leg up and keep your left knee bent. Hands into the back of your right thumb. Flex and point your right foot. Flex and point. Flex and point. Flex and point. Then circle the ankle out and circle your ankle in. Then stay still, keep looking towards your foot. We're gonna straighten the left leg towards the floor now. Breathe in. As you breathe out, head and shoulders off the floor. Walk your hands up the leg. Find a place where you can hold still. Now pull your belly in, lift your shoulders a little bit higher. Keep your elbows close towards the leg. Look upwards towards your shin. Inhale. As you exhale, go a little bit higher. Leg up, chest up. Up, 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 up. Beautiful. Slowly come down, head down, shoulders down. Keep the leg up there, keep holding it. Relax into the pose. It's okay if you like to bend your knee here. Slowly you're gonna open that right leg out to the side and bring your left hand down to the hip. So you hold your hips in place and just open your right leg out. Then bend your right knee and bring the right leg back to the center. You're gonna pass it over to the left hand, come into a twist. Open your right arm away from you. And keep looking towards your right hand. Come into a deeper twist. Relax your shoulders here, relax your body, and take a couple deeper breaths. Slowly come back to the center. Bring your right foot to the floor and bring your left leg up. Get hold of the back of your left leg and start pointing and flexing your left foot. Point and flex, point and flex. Then circle your foot out. Circle your foot inwards. Straighten your right leg now. Breathe in. As you breathe out, lift your head and shoulders off the floor. Pull your belly in, come a little bit higher. And walk your hands up. If that feels okay, if it's a little bit too much, you can keep your hands into the back of the thigh. But if you feel there's room to bring your hands a little bit higher, then you can do so. Inhale again. As you exhale, look towards your shin. Lift your chest a little bit higher. Bring the leg a little bit closer to you. Squeeze your elbows in. Pull your belly in. Lift, 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 lift. And then slowly release head and shoulders down. Keep your leg up as it is. Then slowly open the left leg out to the side as you bring your right hand down towards the right hip. Notice the sensations, notice what's happening in your body. Make sure you're not fighting it. Then you're gonna bend the left knee and bring the left knee across the body. Pass it over to the right hand and open the left arm. Look towards the left hand. Deepen your breath. Slowly come back to the center. Bring both knees up and give your knees a hug as you move a little bit side to side to massage your back. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And stay still. Bring your head and shoulders off the floor. Reach your arms up over your shins. Get hold of the opposite elbows. Squeeze your legs towards your belly. Bring your forehead towards your knees and squeeze yourself into a little ball. Close your eyes and keep squeezing yourself into a little ball. Then release. Shoulders down, arms down, legs down. Take a moment to lift your hips up and slowly reposition your hips into the floor. Take a moment to lift your upper back up and reposition your shoulder blades into the floor. Find a comfortable position for your arms. Find a comfortable position for your feet. You can have your knees bent, or you can straighten your legs. If you like, grab a piece of clothing now, or blanket, or something to keep you warm. We're going to go for final relaxation. So make sure you are warm, so you can relax a little bit more. And sometimes it takes time to get into that relaxation, which is absolutely normal. Sometimes we lie down in bed and fall asleep straight away. Sometimes we lie down in bed and it takes time to sleep. So it all comes down to the body relaxing, the body temperature adjusting, and then eventually the nervous system following and settling. So we start here with the body. Move as you like to be a little bit more comfortable. And when you find a comfortable position, allow your body to just be. Notice the parts of your body that are in contact with the mat, in contact with the floor. And allow yourself to just be. You're going to stay here for a few minutes. Take a deep breath in and out through your nose. And again, breathing in, I know I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know I'm breathing out. And breathing in and out, I know there I am. Bring some movement into your toes and your fingers. And bring some movement into your wrists and your hands. Bring some movement into your elbows and your arms. Then bring your arms up above the head and stretch the body. Breathe in, lengthen the whole body. Breathing out and letting go. Bring some movement into your legs. And bring your knees up to give your knees a hug and move a little bit side to side. Roll to your right side and take a moment there. And using your strength, slowly push yourself up. Come to a seated position. Sit comfortable cross-legged position. And just let your arms be on top of your knees. Close your eyes for a moment and sit tall. Let your body settle into the pose. And gently bring your hands together. Pressing the fingers, pressing the palms together, and bring your hands close to your heart center, connecting with your heart beating. Ladies, thank you for joining the session. Lovely to see you. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me come and see you closer. Okay.